Well, my name is Benoit Fleury, and I'm a VP of Product Line Management for iBwave. And iBwave is a company that is based out of Montreal that provides a software to plan, to design, and document any type of RF network inside buildings. So regardless of technology or regardless of the type of building or architecture. One of the reasons why, so today iBwave is used by most Tier 1 cellular operators worldwide. And one of the reasons for that is because we're providing a lot more than a planning tool. It's in fact, it's an entire production tool in terms of how the networks are documented and in terms of we don't only look at the RF component, but we look at all aspects of the network inside buildings, the cabling, all the components, where the equipment room is, and documenting all that information in a very efficient way. And so so that's the kind of value that we bring into the for unlicensed networks as well. So a lot more than a planning tool, but also a full production tool in terms of how the networks are deployed end to end. So that's a big part of our value proposition, and it's also very much of a carrier grade approach to unlicensed spectrum to ensure that the end users are going to be really satisfied with their service. The whole idea is to create a design that's going to work the first time, and that's going to meet the user expectations as part of the KPIs inside the design, whether it's around capacity or average data throughput per user, or coverage across a whole building, or 98% of the building area, for example. Whatever that KPI is, we'll ensure that it's designed right and it's going to work right from day one. So that's this kind of thoroughness that we're bringing to unlicensed designs. Sure. So yeah, 2016 was an important year for us. What we did, so three things. Early this year, we launched a Wi-Fi suite of products. So in the past, we've had Wi-Fi provided as part of a multi-technology offering, typically for carriers to plan their indoor wireless network. And what we did early this year is that we carved out the Wi-Fi piece, and we launched a kind of a dedicated or Wi-Fi dedicated networks for inside venues. So we launched that at the beginning of the year, and it's in fact a suite of products. So there we have, for example, a mobile version of the product, which is used by people in the field to do surveys and design. And we also have a desktop Wi-Fi planning tool, which is a lot more comprehensive and thorough. And we also have a cloud-based solution to enable collaboration. So this is one suite of product that we launched early this year, so we're really excited about that. The other one is that we launched a product called Unity Team, which is a cloud-based collaboration platform that allows a service provider or enterprises that plan or design a lot of different sites to be able to keep track of what's being deployed where. So it's also largely a project management product specifically for in-building wireless networks. So we launched that as well in the early part of the year. And more recently, a couple of months ago, we've completely revamped our capacity planning engine. And we're excited about that because it's not only a Wi-Fi capacity planning engine, but it's also a HeadNet planning engine. So it could be for Wi-Fi only, it could be for cellular, or it could be for a mix of technologies. And it's a very powerful capacity planning engine. We're excited about it because now increasingly the networks are capacity limited. It's not only about coverage anymore inside a venue, but it's also coverage and the right user experience, no matter how many users are actively using their devices. So capacity planning is super important, and we've got a very powerful capacity planning engine. Sure. So a few things. So first of all, the product that we launched is not a new product in the sense that iBwave's been around for about 14 years now. So we've got 14 years of innovation behind what we launched. But we're never complete, and especially as technology continuously evolves. So we've got a roadmap in front of us. So we're going to be continuing to enhance our Wi-Fi planning and design offering, such as, for example, to incorporate more automation, even more automation than what we do today, into the tool, and other capabilities that we're going to be adding. Additionally, for next year, certification is another thing that's important for us. So today there's several thousand users that are iBwave certified. This is mostly for cellular networks, and we're going to be introducing training and certification for Wi-Fi, specifically for Wi-Fi next year. So I think those are two of the key things that we're going to be adding next year. Okay, well, first of all, iBwave's been a member of WBA only fairly recently, I think since last year, so it's quite recent there. And for us, it's very beneficial because we're learning a lot about how the technology the Wi-Fi technology is evolving. The networks are evolving in a huge way. We're starting to see conversions, for example, of licensed and unlicensed spectrum into converged networks. So for us, it's very important that we stay fully informed of this, so that we can incorporate all of that into our planning tools. And at the same time, we through the WBA forum, we hope to share those learnings with other members as well. Also for us, I would say that one of the initiatives that we would like to initiate with WBA, is one of the reasons why I was here this week also, is to talk with other members to put in place a Wi-Fi deployment guidelines in more of a standardized fashion, without being too prescriptive, but at least give the key considerations across the board. So we feel that this is important, and it's one of the reasons why today we see a huge variation in terms of Wi-Fi network quality. And so we're hoping to bring more best practices, if you will, in a form of guidelines. And if we could do that together with other members, whether they're OEMs or service providers or integrators, I think that would be tremendously valuable for the industry.